It's been already been 9:05. So today's agenda is okay. So let me. So my name is Arun, and I'm working as a customer success manager in cloud technology, and it's been 13 years for me in the Salesforce ecosystem. Today's agenda would be we will be showcasing you some of the really good feature on the development side, which have been out in the Winter 24 release. And the first would be the data wave, who have been working in the MuleSoft or maybe a little bit familiar. So data wave, they have been introduced in the Apex. You can very well use it. The second thing is comparator interface have been also introduced, and also the collateral class for the sorting purpose. We will be showcasing you the example of the same, so that at least you will be having an idea. Now collateral class also we are having. Okay, now third thing would be the for loops. Now it is also supporting the travel. You don't need to do I travel explicitly. You can directly get into the for loops. Then the last we will be showcasing the queuable enhancement. Now you can stop the duplicate queuable jobs by giving the unique identifications. So there are some of the methods which you can utilize. And the second thing is you can also set the maximum depth of the queuable job. So moving forward, guys. So data web is something which have been used in the MuleSoft when we are doing the scripting. And if who don't know the MuleSoft is a middleware, okay, who can be integrated to system like source and target, and that can be used and to transform a data. And let's suppose from Salesforce you wanted to integrate SAP, right? So you can use a MuleSoft in between, where you'll be connected to the MuleSoft, and then MuleSoft will be connected to the SAP. So in the MuleSoft, there are lots of other features are there. Okay, you can have the very well transformation of the data, and again, it will be able to handle the complex logics as well. And again, it's a pretty fast when it comes on the performance. In last several years, as Salesforce have been acquired so many companies, so MuleSoft is one of them. Salesforce now is acquired MuleSoft, so MuleSoft is a part of the Salesforce now. So right now, the data wave already who have been working in the MuleSoft development, they know what is data wave. But earlier there was no support for the in the Apex. Okay, you cannot do anything in the Apex if you know that. But now they've introduced. So uh, normally when we are working in a project, okay, so there are lots of time. Okay, we need to do the different data format like CSV to JSON, JSON to XML, okay, and we need to deserialize or serialize those things from object to JSON, object to CSV, CSV to JSON, when specifically when we are doing the integration. So you wanted to transform these format, okay, so you need to do CSV file reader or there's some other library, and you need to do the full line of the code. Okay, it might be taking a several. It will be consuming lots of time as a developer. Now, data wave have been introduced. Okay, in Salesforce. Let me show you that. So if I go here, you can very well start data wave from here. That's a full Apex guide. Okay, so how you can use it. So everything they have been shown. So when you are working in the VS Code, you need to create this particular file to the DW folder. I'll be showcasing you, okay, everything in a minute. So that is how you can do that. So it is not required to get a MuleSoft instance, even though you can use the database without the MuleSoft. Normally, database is being used in the MuleSoft, and how you can use it. That is again a link is there. So they have been giving you the runtime compiler. So you can write your code and output you can see here as well. So that is something who are been working in the MuleSoft, they already aware. But now there is online compiler. We do have a Java compiler also. You can compare with the anonymous window in the Salesforce Dev Console. So whatever you are putting here, okay. So it will be putting right now. I'm saying output should be the application, okay. So the output is here, okay. You can very well do that, and also it will be having the CSV, XML, those. thing you can do by this compiler. So there's a playground we are calling. Now what we have done. So first of all, let's suppose you wanted to use the data wave in the Salesforce. Okay, you have got a developer edition or maybe sandbox or maybe production. First of all, you need to go to the extension and you need to install data wave extension. I already installed it, so that's what is coming. But that is something data wave 2.0 is a beta only right now. But maybe in the following release they will be coming as a GA. So you need to install that in the VS Code. That's the first requirement. Now once you have done that, so there's a DW folder I have done. Okay, let me search it out. So you can see DW folder, that is a data wave folder I have created manually. And then we need to create one DW file. I'll come again. Okay, what does it mean? And one meta XML, like we have also done for the classes and everything. So that these file we need to create. So these are meta XML, the version is there, is global, is protected. And in DWL, what I'm writing, so this is something is being started. So that is denoting is a data wave. Okay, that's a syntax. So data wave 2.0. Now what I'm saying as an input, this script will take a CSV and it will be giving me an output as an Apex. So when I say Apex, this is a application. Okay, so that will be supporting the S objects. Now we need to define, okay, the sample one. So it will be taking record as a map. Okay, and the first name is the output. Okay, first name is getting a record dot first name, record dot last name, and record dot email. And what it is happening, it is typecasting to the objects. Now let's suppose I'm writing a class. So earlier, let's suppose you wanted to get a CSV reader, right? So you need to do lots of coding around that. But now it's I think 4 or 5 line. After creating this particular DWL file, where you are telling you will be passing a CSV and that CSV will be readable, okay, by the code, and they will be deserializing the object, Apex object. Now you can see the code is convert CSV to context. I'm writing this 3 line code. So datawave.script again you need to write, okay, CSV context. So this is something I've done. Okay, so you can see the name of that. So you need to get the same name, CSV to context. So I'm putting the same name. So that is something you need to check it. The whatever the method you are putting here, so that should be already be presented in your DW folder. Okay. Now the second thing is database.result. So that's the same syntax. Okay, every time you need to do this syntax. So I'm saying records input CSV. So record whatever I'll be executing, it will be coming as an input CSV, and then result will be there. In result, I am saying dr. So this is something is referencing from coming here, and it is getting the value, and it will be returning a result. And I am parsing in the contact directly. Now we can test it. Okay, so let me open the hello.html. So what I'm doing right now, so I'm taking an anonymous window. So you can treat it as a this CSV, right? First name, last name, email, and I'm saying new line and name of the first name Cody, the beer, and then the email. And the again I'm getting the next line Cody one, the beer one. So it can be any, like there's no limitation, like there'll be 100 record, 200 record in the CSV. So I'm passing the CSV as input. Okay, so if you can see, it is getting the string as input CSV. Okay, so whatever I'm getting here, it will be coming capturing as an input CSV, and then it will be deserializing on that. And how it is being happening, because we are doing a script.execute, and a script is something we are keeping it here. Okay, so records are coming here, and each record will be uh, iterate. Okay, and then it will be deserialized to the contact. So if I run it, so this is a way, okay, you can execute the your Apex code in. So let me do that again so that it will be easy. So it is running, right? So you can see, guys, there's a debug. Okay, the result is a debug, and you can see it has been deserialized. Okay, contact, first contact is coming, first name Cody, the beer, and this is the first name, and this is a second contact record. So let's suppose if I wanted to do one more record, uh, let me copy this just to showcase. Okay, I'm putting new line, and then let's see. Let me give Arun. Okay, and let me run it again. Let me clear the result. Control Shift P, and it's a highlighted text. So you can see now contact is coming. First contact is Arun Y. Last name is this one. Then the second contact is here, and this is third contact. So you can very well use it, and this will be giving you the required desired result, and then you can do your business logic. Now there's a database.resp. Okay, so Salesforce is providing this GitHub repository where whatever the releases they are coming with, so everything they are putting over here. Okay, so the example which I have shown you, that is a CSV to the Apex S object, I would say. Now we will be seeing the CSV to JSON as well. So everything will be same. The only thing is difference is now there's a CSV to JSON script is there, so we can do this just now. We can showcase it right now. Let me do that. So what I need to do, guys, first I need to create this file, CSV to JSON. Okay, and one more file. .dwl .xml, and let me copy the code. Sorry, here, and let me copy the code. Okay, now let's move on to the classes. One minute, guys. So let me copy this method right now, and let me do it here. So what I'm telling it will be picking the CSV to JSON script, and it will be converting to JSON. Now with the testing one, guys, one minute. I'm checking. Where is that? For the testing one. And let me deploy that as well. Okay, this class. Let's see if this will work. Um, what is happening? Okay, first of all, I need to deploy this one because it's not taking this as a CSV to JSON because we have not deployed that. So first, let me deploy because it is not able to find this CSV to JSON uh, file. So it's deployed successfully. Now let me deploy this one class. Now it's also deployed. Now let me do, copy this again, and let's try the new method which I have created. CSV to JSON, and let me do this CSV JSON. One more. So you can see, guys, we just done this right now. So I'm passing a CSV. Now it is being converted to JSON. So what we have done, first step is we have created this script. So it is taking the input as a CSV and it is giving the output as JSON. And payload is a context variable in the data wave. Whatever you are getting as a result, okay, so that will be coming as a payload because you are doing the payload thing. Okay. Now, second thing is in the method, you can see I'm passing this as a string, okay, because JSON again is a string, so return type is a string only. And then we are passing as it is, okay, the payload. And now we are calling this get value as a string. And now we are calling this method over here. So that is the one part. And you can very well go to this documentation, guys, where you can see multiple type of example. And this is something the playground you can also have. Any questions, guys, so far? Okay. Now, second thing is comparator interface and collateral class. Okay. So what was happening earlier, to let's suppose I need to sort my list. Okay. That is maybe for account list. Let's suppose I'm having an account record, one where I'm having a name Arun. Then we will be having second account record maybe as a name of Vikram, then Prashant. So those are the account record. So when and we do have a multiple other fields. Okay, let's suppose the amount field is there, country is there. Okay, on the amount only as a text. Now when you do so, when you want to do sort it, okay, let's suppose you don't have SQL query and you are having some business logic around that and you are creating that particular list on the fly, and now you don't need to sort it in the Apex. So what you can do the account dot sort that list. Okay, so it will be sorting on the base of the name. But for an example, you wanted to sort on the for let's suppose the account city, right? So maybe my account name is Arun, but the city is Srinagar, okay, and my account name is Prashant, but the city is Ahmedabad. So that Prashant record should be coming on the first, okay, but that is not possible when we do the sorting. So earlier we need to do the comparative interface. So we need to create a wrapper first. That was earlier we were able to do that. So who have been worked on the Apex or maybe Java side, they might be maybe doing that. So what we need to do, we need to create a wrapper class for that, where we'll be implementing the comparable interface, and where we'll be having the compare to method, and then whatever the sorting we need to do, we will be calling this class employee one. So you can see we are creating this comparable method, and now when the employee is there, okay, you can do the sorting. So it will be automatically having this. So compare to method will be called because you explicitly created this method. Okay, so earlier this was a method, we have to create a wrapper class every time for each. Now this is not at all required. What changes they have done? Now it's they have come with the comparator interface. Okay, so that is not required to create a wrapper class. What you can do instead of that, so let's suppose this is a class, so they will be implementing this interface. Okay, and in the interface only, let's suppose this is the comparator. Okay, now in this interface only I'm putting my logic, the compare method. Okay, so what I'm saying is, if two record is there, okay, so both having the shipping country as a null, or the both record are null, so it will be going zero there. So it's a kind of sorting. It's a by default oops concept is there. So it is kind of sorting, okay, because if we will be having hundreds of records, so it will be use this logic. So who will be, what record should be coming on the first, that will be coming by this. Okay, so if the shipping, so right now what is happening, it is checking the record as a shipping country. So whatever the list will be providing, so on the basis of the shipping country, it will be sorted out. So now you can directly use it. Let's suppose this is the comparator, right? We have done that. Okay, and implement the comparator. Now you can use directly this comparator. Okay, let's suppose this is my class, and now you need to sort it on the basis of whatever the comparator method you have created. Okay, and there's a compare method. So you have done the shipping country. So when it will be sorting it out, okay, so it will be giving you the list on the shipping country only. And there's a multiple thing like descending also, right, because sort order also is kind of a parameter we are giving. So if you can see the logic, so what I'm saying is, if sort order descending only, then it is returning that. Okay, otherwise it's getting a sort order ascending. So in the over here, okay, you can see the sort order descending. So it is a to get a reverse list. So now this is the one of the add-on which has been given by the Salesforce. Now third thing is, you can also sort a list on the basis of the local role. So for an example, guys, this is a French has been written, right. So now, for example, so every language is based on the English language, right. Now you can see example A comes as a Z, right. So normally if I go to the Danish language, so letter A comes after Z. So for an example, if I do the sorting, okay, there's a list of a string, right, and now A is coming as the first, maybe last parameter. Okay, when you sort this list, so when the sort list will be, you will be displaying, so this record will be coming as a first, which is not a right way. Okay, if you are Danish user, so this is not a correct way. So what Salesforce is providing right now, they have come up with the collateral class. So they have done the smarter way in the back end. What they have done, you can get a local of the user, and you can, while you are doing the sorting, you can pass that collateral instance, and on the basis of the whatever the local of the user, okay, on the runtime, that will be sorting out. So they will be actually checking what local language you are having. So on the base of that, they will be doing the sorting. They won't be considering as English. So for example, they have created a user, okay, and the local is English US only for this. I think so, yeah. And this is something they have created a string, and they are showing sort, right. And now this is again they are having this particular. So what they are doing, so you can see it is assert or equal shipping is 0 element 5G. So this is coming as a first character. Now, yeah, user local, this one, this is the user local. Okay, they're for France. So if I can run this for you. So what is happening, guys? You can see if the user local is FR France, right? So when they are sorting it, shopping list. Okay, so this A coming as a zero element, right? This is coming as a bread is coming as a second, third is a E. Okay, this is a and this is the fourth. Okay, so that is happening. So on the base of the local, whatever the language there that particular local will be used, so on the base of that it will be sorted out. Because you can see if they are sorting without this local, right? Because that is very general. So on the zeroth element bread is there, because they are considering B as a first element. But as soon as I'll be providing this collateral, okay, this user local as a France, then this will become a first character, like first character in the then French language. That's how it is being sorted out. So you can very well use it in your upcoming assignment, or maybe in your projects, guys. Now coming on the fourth one, now we don't require to do explicit uh, iterable. And what does it mean, guys? Let me show you that as well. So if you can see, guys, okay, there is a class, okay, which is being implemented this particular record page. So now earlier, if you wanted to iterate over that, okay, you need to create a iterator first. If you can see, there is a constructor. I am passing my name credentials, and now iterator client.iterator. I am creating an instance, and additionally also we have to use the while loop as well, where we will be checking if it is the next element or not. Then only we can process this. Now, as per the new updates, you don't need to do the explicitly iteratable. Okay, you can do directly in the for loop. You can see you are passing it, and there's a for loop. The only thing the return type is it has to be there. Okay, and then you can very well process this. And again, there's an example they have been giving, and the Apex recipe is a public library which has been governed by the Salesforce. So you can very well use see that. Now the most important part is queueable enhancement. So there are two enhancement, guys. Earlier, what was the use? What was the issue, right? Lots of time we are doing the chaining of the jobs, right, in the by using the queueable interface. So there was some duplicate jobs have been in queued sometime in the fraction of times. Okay, so that was having an issue, and there was a issue with the record locking. It might be thing, okay, because the two person are log in same time and they have been processing the same record. So there might be the issue because queueable was having the same ID. And also there's a maximum depth also you can very well define right now with the latest updates. So first let me show you how you can prevent the duplicates. So there's a different method they have been given. Now you can create a multiple, I think you can create a unique key out of it. So there's a queueable duplicate signature class you can see. And then what signature is doing, there's a multiple method, builder method. Okay, then add id, then add string, that dot build. So in the add id you are doing user.info dot get user id, and then you are using my queueable as a key. So every time it will be having a different key. So when, and you need to pass this as a signature, right? So it cannot be the a duplicate key for the queueable job. So that is something you can very well use it, guys, in your day-to-day activity. And now second thing is, so you can see attempting to add more one of the queueable job to the processing queue with the same result, they will be showing you as a duplicate message exception. So that in you can very well handle that, and whatever the business logic is there, okay, you can execute the same under this particular feature. Now second thing, you can also set the maximum depth of the chain job. So let's suppose whatever the default is, But on top of that, let's suppose you want to do only chaining up to 5, 10, 20, depending on the requirement of the business. So there's a method, okay, maximum queuable stack that you can use it with this class, and then you can set it. Minimum queuable display minutes also was there already, so you can also do that. It was like it will be helping you to uh, busy, like polling is busy, somebody is getting out the data, so that you can avoid it by having, they should be waiting for this, okay, so that is something minimum 2 minutes they have to wait. So those are the things you can very well use this in your day-to-day development. And these are the pretty good feature which I found, like one can use in the day-to-day development, and it will be giving you, I think, good exposure as well when you are working, and even for the code quality as well. So thank you so much, guys, for attending today's session. Any questions, guys, you wanted to ask? So I'm open for that. Thank you so much, guys, for today, for the time, and have a wonderful weekend ahead. Thank you so much.